Hey, you there! Ever try to do something in under 6 minutes? Anything, like say, grow a beard. I bet you can. At Sweet Pepper's Deli, you get quality food in under 6 minutes. Now how about that? Sweet Pepper's Deli, life is sweet.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama?
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. As always, welcome in to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning at 7 a.m. on your Tuesday. And it's another cool start to your morning ahead. Let's get you out the door this morning. Temperatures right now in the 50s. So still a cooler start to your day, even dropping to the 40s over the past few minutes in places like Alcorn County. So up in Corinth, always the cool spot in the map, but most of us in the 50s, 52 in Oxford, 53 in Water Valley, 53 in Grenada, 52 in Houston. So all of us mainly in the 50s. And again, another cool start to your day ahead. Not a lot going on in the weather department other than the cool conditions. Take a look at current satellite and radar. I'm tracking dry and clear conditions across the state of Mississippi, across Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky. Got to go pretty far to see any type of activity out there this morning, even in terms of cloud cover. Got to go up to places like Iowa, Missouri, northern Arkansas to get some clouds, and then even further out west for any rainfall. So very calm conditions. That's what's ongoing across our area. And you can see it out of our cameras. Take a look at this beautiful view. I'll step out of the way so you can see it. Beautiful view over in Batesville, Mississippi. This over in Panola County. Nice conditions out there. Beautiful sunrise ongoing and temperatures in the low 50s out there. So yeah, a cooler start to your day, but still a nice ongoing sunrise, just like the last few mornings. Another look over in Lafayette County. This is over in Oxford, Mississippi. Same story, a different camera. Again, beautiful ongoing sunrise out there to start off your Tuesday, and cooler as well. So another great morning ahead as we kicked off our Tuesday and our work week. Over your first 12 hours, temperatures are going to be warming back up. We'll get into the middle 70s by 11, back in the low 80s this afternoon. So it's a lot like yesterday today, kind of carrying over the same story. Lots of sunshine, highs eventually in the low 80s out there for your afternoon, getting back into the upper 60s by 8. So overall, a great day ahead. As I said, I'm not tracking a whole lot for your work week. Lots of sunshine in the forecast this afternoon. So if you got any plans, I just bring the sunglasses with you. Definitely won't need the coat this afternoon. Going into your Wednesday morning, you can see some clouds still way off to our west. Nothing here in our area. That's going to be the same story over the next few days, all the way into your Wednesday afternoon. It's like the clouds and activity are just avoiding us this work week, and no complaints about that. All the way into your Thursday, we're going to be tracking lots of sunshine in the forecast. So if you got any plans today, all the way through the end of your work week, looking good to go, take them outside, because the story changes into your weekend. We're going to be tracking a few stronger storms in the mix, so a system looking to head into North Mississippi as we head into your Saturday overnight and then into your Sunday. A few of those could be on the stronger side of things. We're going to continue to track it and give you the latest. But coming up next, we'll talk more about that overall timing and also that risk area that the Storm Prediction Center has already put out 5 days in advance. So we'll talk about it. We're not in the center of that, so that is some good news. But again, I'll show you exactly where that's setting up this morning. And of course, a full look at your 7-day forecast all coming up.
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Mississippi Live Weather this morning. I'm meteorologist Maggie McAuley. Not tracking anything to slow you down in the weather department this morning. Take a look at Mississippi Live Doppler radar. Not tracking anything on rain in terms of rain or clouds this morning. Take a look outside if you don't believe me. Beautiful view over in Caledonia. Again, nice conditions out there as people getting out on the roadways. Not a cloud in the sky. No clouds, no rain out there. Temperatures in the middle 50s. That could slow you down. Might need the heat on in your car as you're getting out the door this morning, but overall still a really nice start to your day ahead, no matter where you are across the board. Here's another look over in Kosciuszko. Same story down into Atala County. Temperatures in the low 50s there, so yeah, a little bit cooler, but overall a lot of sunshine in the forecast today, and that even starts out this morning. As for your airport delays, I'm only tracking a few moderate delays up in the very northern and eastern part of the country. So if you know anybody traveling in and out of the area to places like LaGuardia or Boston Airport, yeah, a few moderate delays there, but everybody else looking good to go with no delays across the board, especially closer to home from Memphis down into Atlanta and then also over into Dallas, Fort Worth. As for your day ahead, temperature is going to be getting in the 60s by 9. Lots of sunshine in the forecast, eventually into the 70s as we head just before noon. And for your afternoon, a lot like yesterday, in the low 80s across the board. Some of us in the middle 80s, a lot of us in the low 80s. Lots of sunshine out there. Definitely a warmer and above average day. And again, plenty of sun in the forecast, even over the next few days. As for your high temperatures, they are going to be getting warmer before they get cooler out there. As we head throughout the rest of your work week tomorrow, we're going to be in the middle 80s. Same story for Thursday, even into the upper 80s for Friday. That's going to be the warmest day out of our next 7. So, hey, Friday night football games might be a little bit warmer than it was last week, with highs in the upper 80s on your Friday, middle 80s for Saturday, and then you can see that steep drop off from 80s back into 70s for the back half of the weekend. That's due to our next system that's going to be coming into play. Cold front dropping our temperatures and also bringing us a few storms in the mix as well. I told you I'm going to show you this severe weather threat. They put one out, the Storm Prediction Center, yesterday. That was 6 days in advance. This is now 5 days in advance. Pretty consistent on a system that is going to be coming into the area, into the southeast as well, and giving a few stronger storms in the mix. Here's the thing though, the overall severity of this, so how severe things do get, and the overall timing are still at question even this morning. So this is 5 days out, but again, pretty consistent that a system will be coming in and could have a few stronger storms in the mix with it. Here's a look at that threat. Now you can see some of us not even in that. Now this is 5 days out. This is consistent with a level 2 slight risk when it's this many days out. It extends from places like St. Louis, the entire state of Arkansas, into places like northern Louisiana. Where does it come into play for us here in North Mississippi? Oh, I'm going to go a little bit back before I get you into that tropical storm forecast. Where does that come into play for us? Really across the Mississippi River into places like the Delta in northwest Mississippi. That's the area that we're going to be keeping our eyes on as we head later in the day on Saturday into the overnight hours. And again, depending on the timing for us, it can make things a little bit better or a little bit worse. So we're going to be keeping our eye on it. Just know this threat is out there, and the majority or the main portion of that is just to the west of our area. So we're keeping our eyes on it, and we will be throughout the week. You're going to have to keep checking up as we get that new data that comes in that becomes a little bit more consistent. Tropical storm Lorenzo still out there churning in the tropics. Want to give you a little bit of a tropical update before I do get you into your 7-day forecast. This is the 4 a.m. advisory. Winds about 60 miles an hour there. The good news is this system, just like the last few, is still not looking to impact the United States. It's looking to make a northerly and then easterly turn and make its way back out into the Atlantic. So far, far away from the U.S., and that's what we like to see with those tropical systems. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Low 80s today. Take it back to middle 80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of our work week. And then also we're looking at overnight lows getting into the upper 50s as well. we're keeping our eye on the weekend. That's when our rain chances come back. We do need the rain here in North Mississippi, so no complaints on that. Just don't really like the storms with it. So keeping our eye on that again for a few storms to be in the mix that could be on the stronger side later on the day on Saturday, overnight into early Sunday. That's the latest timing. That's the most specific on timing that I can give you this morning. As for Matt, he's still in Australia and he's sending us his latest and greatest updates. And here's a latest update from him. It's a pretty cool.
I don't know about you, but when I see that, that's when I think about Australia. And of course, we're on our Wonders of Australia tour here by Holiday Vacations, of course, brought to you by MLM, and we appreciate them for sponsoring us here on Mississippi Live Weather. We're in Sydney Harbor. If I flip back around behind me the other direction, you see the iconic Harbor Bridge here. As we landed in Australia a little earlier on this morning, of course, because we crossed the international date line, technically the day is a day ahead of what everyone back in Mississippi is here. It's a 16-hour difference, which is kind of mind-boggling to get used to in its own right, but just an absolutely gorgeous day here in Australia. As you can see, the blue skies pretty much as far as the eye can see, and the humidity very low. Just a wonderful day. We did a driving tour around town a little bit earlier on. I think we'll have some free time to kind of explore this amazing city of more than 5 million people here. When you look at it by the numbers, almost 20% of the entire population of Australia actually coming from the Sydney area. So we will be looking at that Opera House, actually going on a tour of that tomorrow. So can't wait to kind of show you a little more up close that and bring you along on our Wonders of Australia tour. And again, of course, thank the good folks at MLM Clothiers for sponsoring and for helping us to go along with this and bring this coverage to you. But from Sydney Harbor in Sydney, Australia, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon for Mississippi Live Weather.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I'm so jealous every time I watch those videos. So cool. And to see the Opera House, that's exactly what I think of when I think of Australia, other than the Great Barrier Reef. So really, really cool. Love to see those updates from Matt. Hope you guys are enjoying those as well. Make sure to tune back in. We'll be back here at 7:30 this morning talking about your latest updates with everything you need to know to get you out the door. Also, we'll go over those storm threats and timing one more time about the weekend. So make sure to tune back in here in the next really 15.
Hi, my name is Rosie. Regional Rehab Center helps kids like me by offering speech therapy, occupational therapy, and dyslexia therapy. Your support helps so many of us get what we need to grow and succeed. Please help the Rehab Center